As I told the European Council meeting on Monday, since this government took office, our absolute priority has been to secure Ireland's economic recovery and to ensure employment for our people.
The decision to close Ireland's resident embassy to the Holy See was taken by the Government in response to budgetary pressures and on the recommendation of the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, which sought to assess where budget cuts would least impact on the national interest at this time of economic crisis.
The European Central Bank have pumped an extra €529 billion into the European Union financial system yesterday. But I think in reality it has not filtered down to the real economy. And businesses up and down the country are finding it practically impossible to get access to credit and to get loans or proper credit facilities to enable them to protect jobs and create new ones.
I know you'll want to join with me this morning in offering a warm welcome to the Honourable Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker and current Minority Leader of the United States House of Representatives, and her congressional delegation. I know I speak for all members. I know I speak for all members of the House when I say that it's a great honour for us to have such a distinguished delegation with us in Leinster House. It goes without saying that the relationship between our two countries is deep and meaningful.
As Minister for European Affairs, I'm delighted to speak in the Chamber today on the occasion of Europe Day. Next year is to be officially designated as European Year of Citizens, and our presidency will coincide with the 40th anniversary of Ireland's accession to the EU in 1973.
I said earlier on that I have never distanced myself from the men and women volunteers of the IRA, and I never will. To the day I die, I never will. Now, that isn't to say that I'm not critical, or as I've already said, that they weren't guilty of actions that I regret very, very much. And mine is a genuine sorrow.
Now, some will say that it's easy for me to stand here tonight and state that I am against abortion, since I'll never find myself in that position or faced with that predicament, and they are correct. I do, however, know what it is like to stand helplessly by while the life of an unborn child that I and my wife created slipped away, and I've had to do that on more than one occasion. So despite my opposition to abortion, I believe that women are entitled to the best medical care and treatment throughout the duration of their pregnancy.
When I stood before the House last year on December the 6th, the Irish government was locked out of the bond markets. Our two-year bond yields were almost 10%. Now they're less than 2%. We have seen a total transformation in only 12 months. Today, markets and foreign lenders are lending once more to Ireland and are willing to lend to Irish businesses. This is essential for our businesses and our economy to continue on the path to recovery.
It is untenable to have a system of unvouched expenses. So I am proposing to abolish the unvouched element of the Parliamentary Standard Allowance. In future, all members of the Oireachtas will have to use the voucher system.
Improving the perception of the European Union and the Eurozone will be an important aspect of Ireland's presidency and 2013, including through the discussion that will take place at the informal meeting of Ministers for European Affairs that will be held in Dublin, here in Dublin in January. As the House is aware, next year is also the European Union Year of the Citizen. We will engage closely with the European institutions in making this a meaningful exercise. None of us can take electorates for granted.
If 1 in 100 of the carers can no longer provide that care, the Cabinet will in fact have achieved three things. They won't have saved a penny. They'll have made lives more difficult for 77,000 carers and the people who they care for. And they will have shown a total disregard, Lascian Corla, for this House by not providing it with the time to debate the legislation or the data needed to interrogate it properly.